Yeah, good morning wherever you are. If you're in Nigeria, good morning. If you're outside Nigeria, maybe your own place is outside Nigeria. Good afternoon, good night, good whatever time you're watching me from. This particular moment, I just want to talk about single mothers. I want to talk about single mothers who are falling into depression, single mothers who just don't know what next to do. By single mothers, I mean maybe your husband is dead. By single mother, maybe I mean you had a child, you had a baby for a man who never accepted that pregnancy. It is for you that I am doing this video. Why am I coming out with this particular video? It's for one simple reason. Don't give up. Don't give up. If you came across this video this time, it's a sign God is telling you that you should not give up in whatever situation you may have found yourself. Yes, I know how daunting it can be. I know how hard it can be for you as a single mother. You're trying to fend for your child and you don't know where the next available meal is going to come out from. Perhaps you've been putting your hand into different adventures for you to make ends meet, and it seems like nothing, absolutely nothing, is working for you. Yeah, now somehow, you know you may be in the process of becoming a single mother and you are contemplating, should I abort this child or should I leave this child? If you are hearing me now, this is a sign God is telling you that you should not abort that baby, because you don't know what that baby may bring for you tomorrow. You don't know if that baby may be the next governor of the state. You don't know, because nobody knows the stomach that's going to bear the president of the country. So you can't afford to murder that child that is in your womb. Myself that is talking, I'm a product of a single mother. My mother had me when she was at age 22. You know, she was trying to, get along with her life, and just like my mother told me, she loved the man. She loved the man so much with all her heart, and I was not in the picture because I was not yet born. She loved this man so much. And for one reason or the other, which I wasn't there, she got pregnant for this man. And when she got pregnant for this man, the man told her to abort the baby. She aborted the baby, which nearly took my mother's life. The baby she aborted nearly took her life. She nearly died, but I don't know what happened. She survived and she kept on moving. And this relationship thing, how it can be sometimes. I was not there. She told me. Now she had another pregnancy. And this pregnancy happened to be me that is talking to you now. But she was not married to that man. She said she didn't continue with that man simply because she discovered that the man had another wife. The man had a wife, and the man never told her that he had a wife and children, in short, a family, a full grown up family, because the man never took him to his house. You understand? The man never took him to his house, so took her to his house, and they were really moving all along. But as time we have it, she was pregnant, and at this time she discovered that this person I'm pregnant for seems aloof, seems distant from me, and I'm no longer seeing this person. One way or the other, he tried to find a way to go and know this man where he was living. To my mother's greatest shock and surprise. Now, get me. This is a YouTube video you are watching. This particular story is a real life story. It's not. It's not a story that I don't want to say this story to keep you like it's a fairy tale. No, this is a real life story. I'm just coming out, being myself, being plain. You can see that the background I'm here talking is not one real background. As a matter of fact, perhaps you can still hear noises along the background. It's because I want to impact life. It's not for money's sake or whatsoever. Before I started this particular video, I prayed to God that this video should come to that particular person that needs to hear this, who needs to hear and see this video. If they're about to give up, please let them not give up. And here you are now, you are seeing this video. So it's not a coincidence. I prayed for you to come to see this video today. So let me continue this story. First and foremost, you now know that this is not a fairy tale, it's not a fictional thing, it's a non-fiction, it's a real life story. My mother set off to go and find out this particular man, this person that I'm about to give birth to, though I'm not seeing him. And to my mother's own greatest surprise, she found out that the man she was pregnant for had a wife and several children. Not just little kids, kids that we are grown up. My mother said her heart sank, like her heart sank. She, somebody, she got close to the place and somebody said, that man, that man, na him wife and children be those people wey you dey see like that now. Just imagine, put yourself in that shoe if you are a woman, and most especially if you are a single mother right now. Her heart sank only to hear that those people were the man's children, that that other person the other side was the man's wife. Hmm. My mother was heartbroken. She felt absolutely dejected because you can see one funny video, one funny behavior, calling the man and this man that was lovey-dovey was no longer picking her calls. If if he eventually picked, he would be acting distancing. My mother confronted him, not there. He denied everything. Later, my mother went to make her own secret research only to discover that it was true. Saw them all along, and she just said no, that she would not continue in this. She fell into deep depression. If person, a young woman that just finished her teacher training college, she had prospects, she wanted to do something great with her life, and all of a sudden this love of a thing just happened, and seems like her life is shattered. Remember, I told you, she was pregnant before, aborted that one. Now she became pregnant again. It seems like her life was running on a streak of frustration. She didn't know what next to do. My mother didn't know what next to do. I wasn't in the picture. I'm calling her my mother now because I'm not in the picture. But this young woman didn't know what next to do. She could barely feed. What next happened? My mother wanted to go and do that same abortion that she did on the first child. My mother went to a midwife, told the man that she needs to abort the baby. You know how some people are now. They wanted to collect that quick box, that money. They performed a D&C on my mother and the blood flushed out. She was now happy that, you know, that she had a good life now, that she had aborted me. She was living all through, just living a normal life, trying to chase what she was chasing with this free mind that she had aborted me. 4 months after, my mother saw a swollen stomach. Do you know the funny part? She was menstruating. My mother was menstruating. She was menstruating. It's not like her. menstruation stop now, you now start thinking maybe I'm pregnant. No, she was menstruating in these 4 months. She later discovered that her stomach was so. She went to do run a test. They told her that she was 4 months pregnant. The baby she was trying to abort, which was myself, they, like the explanation they told her was that I went to the waist to go and hide. As a single mother, you know what I mean. That when they say a baby goes to the waist to go and hide and left the stomach, I don't know how. That I went to the stomach to go and hide. My mother didn't know whether she was going to cry or if she was going to laugh or if she felt into a deep disarray. Like my mother said at first she was laughing. You know those laugh you're laughing at. You know you are in deep frustration, you are in deep pain, or you are laughing like you are laughing at your stupidity, you are laughing at your foolishness. She didn't know what next. Like the world has turned 360 degrees, turned upside down for her within a twinkle of an eye. When she discovered that she was 4 months pregnant, my mother quickly ran back to the doctor, you know, told the doctor that the D&C did not work, that whatever the doctor was going to do, that he should do it as fast as possible, that she didn't want to have me, that she had a bright future all along, that she wanted a bright future and that she didn't want anything that was going to drag her down, that she had a career to chase and all the rest. Blah 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 blah. My mother was yada 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 yada. After she finished, the doctor looked at her. You know what the doctor told her? If you want to die early, go and abort this baby. Two things will happen. You will die. The next thing that is going to happen, you will still die. That if you try to abort this child, that something terrible will happen to you, that you will die. When my mother now heard that if she aborted me, that she was going to die, that was when fear gripped my mother. She that thought of abortion flew off her mind. She now fell into the reality. She now came to this full consciousness that, man, I was going to be a mother by force. Maybe you now you are hearing me and maybe you are not prepared for this. You are not really prepared for this. This wasn't the life that you imagined. You know, in your mind, you are like, how could I be a pregnant mother, a single pregnant mother at the age of 20, at the age of 22, at the age of 24, or at the age of this. I'm not yet married. In fact, as a matter of fact, my father is a pastor in a non denominational church, and I'm the daughter. I've brought shame to the family. Yes, you may have brought shame to the family, that's true. But I believe that God is using your shame to bring a glory to himself. Because normally I don't see how God will tell Mary to go and bear a child without a semen. Yes, Joseph pulls, they are the father. But you and I know that Joseph wasn't the father of Jesus. In quote, he was just the foster father, but he wasn't the father. God is using you for something bigger than you. It's because you're selfish. That's why you're thinking that yes, you're pregnant, you just have to go and abort. Yes, you have a glorious future. No, because you have a glorious future, you just have to go and abort that baby. No, no. There is a reason why that baby is coming through you. Yes, yes, true, true. The baby may not have come in the real way of, you having a baby in a rightful way where you have a husband. That's true. Okay, now let me continue. Do you know that my mother started, like she told me, even the money to go for what will I call it? What do they call this? Antenatal. My mother didn't have that money. My mother didn't have money for this antenatal stuff. I don't know. I just don't know how she survived. But while God was incubating me in her stomach, look at me trying to inspire you not to give up in life. If my mother had aborted me, do you know that you wouldn't have been hearing from me today? I've inspired so many people in schools and churches. It's all because I am alive. It's all because my life was not taken away. It's all because God kept me alive. Now, do you know one bitter part about this whole thing? No, she tried. Yes, she tried as much as possible as she could, to make sure she fend for me. I believe God was just using my mother as a vessel to bring me to the world, and God may be using you as a vessel. The tragic part of the whole moment was that my mother died. She died early. She died early. She died for the struggle. She I'm not calling this father part here, not because I hate men. I am a man and I'm into my children's life. But what I'm trying to say is that I never grew up with a father. I never grew up with a father any day. I never grew up with anybody I called father. My mother was there. She acted the role of a father. My mother acted the role of a mother, a father, and a friend before she passed on. Though she died early, she died very, very early. But look at me, I am here, heavily representing her. So I'm speaking to you, who is about to be a single mother, or you had a child out of wedlock, and you're just thinking that your life is a mess, like you don't know what next to do. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're watching me from. Maybe you're thinking that your father is a pastor, and because your father is a pastor, um, you should hide and abort that baby. Who are you deceiving? Okay, no problem. Even if you hide and abort that baby, fine. In the eye of your father and in the sight of men, you are good. In the sight of God, ask yourself this simple question: Are you good? Are you good? Do you want to please God and displease men? Yes, you may get that child out of wedlock, but can I tell you something? A real truth is that that child will grow up to be an asset to you. If my mother had aborted me and died early, she wouldn't have had any child because my mother never had any child up until she died, except me. My mother never had any child again except me. So imagine that she was successful and she aborted me and she later died. Who would have been heir to her? The name I am bearing, my name is John Stella. My own name is John. I had to incorporate her name, Stella. Her own name is Stella. I now had to incorporate her name to make it John Stella. You understand? So don't get depressed. Don't ask yourself, why is my life like this? Why would everything be good? You're getting depressed because you're not seeing your future as a single mother. God can use you for something bigger. Not God can use you. God will use you for something that is far way bigger than you are thinking. You could go on and get that great company. You could build that asset. God could be making you, to be helping women who are lost, women who don't have clarity. Maybe God is trying to use you for something like that. You can see, it's not. I'm just putting out this video to let you know that there is beauty in imperfection. You can say there is beauty in perfection, yeah. But for me, I believe there is beauty in imperfection. There is real beauty in imperfection. If you decide to stay imperfect and do things that God has called you to do as a single mother, regardless of whatever situation you must have found yourself. I know as a single mother now, maybe you may not have been able to feed your child properly. And maybe every time your heart is beating because you don't know where the next meal is going to come out from. I am rooting for you. God is going to provide. Do you know one thing? There is this portion of the Bible that has always made my mind to be okay. It's an advice. So I've not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. So don't let the fear of how you will take care of that baby be what will make you to go and abort that child. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should not be at all. It shouldn't be. You take away that mentality from you. Don't have that mentality. How will I take care of my baby? If I have this baby now, it's suffering to her. No, you are not the one taking care of that baby. God is taking care of that baby on your behalf. You are only a vessel God is using to bring that baby into the world. And if you position as a good vessel that God will use, God will definitely reward you. Don't cut that baby's life short. Don't cut that baby's life short through abortion. You want to stay clean in the eyes of men so that people will not know that, yes, I've had prayer. Even some of you even go as far ahead as church people or as Muslims, Christians. You go as far ahead to, to, to abort a baby before your wedding. Maybe you want to get married in the church, and maybe a month to your wedding, you discover that you're pregnant. And inside of you, you are feeling so guilty. You say, God, if these church people know that I am pregnant now, they will not wed me in the church. Yeah, who cares? To hell. If they don't wed you in the church, and so, would you want to make yourself look good in the eyes of men, therefore looking bad in the eyes of God? Who should you who should you please? Should you please God or should you please men? Okay, yes, you go ahead, you went ahead, you aborted the baby, and that glorious Saturday you wore the white garment, now looking so good, angelic, and now you are now married in the church way. Few years down the line in your marriage, you are not looking for a baby. You are not praying, going to different churches, praying, going to all manner of churches, going for deliverance just to have a single baby, which you cannot have again. Because when God gave you the opportunity of having a baby, you aborted the baby. You aborted the baby and saying that, yes, this is an opportunity. Who knows? I am not saying that you having this child out of wedlock, that's the best part, that it's good. I'm not saying you having your child out of, no, that's not, I'm not standing and saying it's good. But now this is what has happened. Should you now make two wrongs in one? No. Should you not say, oh, I have this baby out of wedlock, and now that's the first wrong. The second wrong, you want to go and abort, which is doing mothering. You want to mother that baby. You don't want the baby to see the daylight. You don't know what that baby would have done into this world. You don't know the impact that baby would have created in this life. You don't know the impact. And now you want to go and abort a child that God brought into this world. No, that shouldn't be you. It shouldn't be you. It can be others, but it shouldn't be you. If any part of you resonates with this video as a single mother, or you may not be a single mother, or you may be a single person, that is going to get married. If anything in you resonates in this video, please go ahead. Please share it to people. Let others also gain the insight that you've gotten now, because there is somebody who is out there now feeling so bad, feeling like, well, I can't. No, just share it. You don't know who you are touching. And also, you can subscribe so that maybe in the next video that is coming up, something like this will pop up and you also will get inspired. Because that is what I do here. I am not doing this for money, I'm doing it for you. You understand? Share it. And if there is any part in this video that resonated with you, go, why not comment? Even though there is a question you want to ask me, go down, ask me. I will answer you. I'm here for you. Thank you very much. You can subscribe so that the next video that comes up too, you also go down to memory lane of my videos and watch those ones. If you feel bad, if you feel depressed, you have come to the channel that will inspire you to greatness. Thank you very much.